Hey everyone, I was recently inspired by a video from Alicia of Call Me Crafty Al. She puts together this really cool sheet load of cards where she shows you a card layout and then she gives you all of the measurements. I think this one was, using different size papers, 12 by 12s, 8.5 by 11, and she gives you all the measurements for the card layout. And I just really love the layout. I love the idea, and I was really inspired by the sketch that she had. So I didn't follow her exact measurements for this batch because, as you may recall, I have a bunch of my 12 by 12 cut down to 6 by 6, and I'm wanting to use that up. And so I used those. I used her measurements, but I didn't follow the directions to get the most out of my 12 by 12 paper, if that makes sense. Anyway, and I changed it up a little bit, but I will provide a link to her video explaining what Sheetload of Cards is for June, and then also you can watch that to figure out how you can get the PDF printout that gives you all the information. So this paper that I used is from the American Crafts, I think it's Sweet Girl paper. It's no longer in print. I got it at I think it was a Michael's Hot Buy, but I will link to that paper. But I really love these papers. I'm sure you've seen them before if you've watched my other videos, but I just will go through and share the cards that I made. This first one, I actually, part of the layout is a 3x4 spot here, and so that would be great for using at Project Life cards if you have them, or other 3x4 cards. I'm letting go of perfection. You can see that I did not get this on here straight, but this was a 3x4 card in a cutout in the paper pad, and I just layered a stamp on here, and that's from the Hero Art set. Just says, "Thanks for being awesome." I think that's their card kit from June with all the dies and everything, but I just used that specific stamp. And then this flower image, I'm kind of grabbing what I have around me. I just used some of the cardstock I was using, and this is something I got at a long time ago, Tuesday Morning, this Maggie Holmes die set from We Are Memory Keepers. So that's just the flower die from that. So I thought that was just a cute, fun card. I just did the card fronts. I have not mounted these yet. So I will go ahead and do that, but I thought they'd actually be easier to show you and lay out here. Here's some more fun paper from the pad. This happy die and the birthday both come from this Hero Art stamp set. This is called Happy Stamp and Cut. These have been out for a long time too, so I thought that turned out cute. I like I love this hexagon paper. That's like one of my favorite papers from the stack. And then in her layout, she actually had a banner down here, so I started implementing those. I didn't follow those measurements. I just cut what I had and layered them on. And the happy birthday is also from the Hero Art stamp set. This is also a 3x4 card. I struggled a lot with what I wanted to put up here. I was looking for sentiments to fit here, and then I always need birthday cards, so I threw that on here. I did what I realized, I was using glossy accents because it was by me, and I didn't do the best job with some of my gluing here. You can see this does not, it dries glossy like it's supposed to, but so again, letting go of perfection. And this next card, I have not put a sentiment on here yet. I think I could send it just as is, as like a little note, and so I thought I'd wait until I need to use it to add a sentiment. But this was just a corner from one of the 12 by 12 sheets, and I thought that was just pretty on its own. I cut it as kind of a focal point for the card. Oh, that's not really the, I will show this, but that's not really the layout. And then here, another happy birthday. I kind of wish that I would have put maybe just a strip of vellum behind this so that this is a little bit busy paper. I love this paper, but it's a little busy. The happy maybe gets a little bit lost on camera in this. I think if you get it, you'll be able to see it, but because I did layer a few of the happies together. This one, I just simply took, I had this happy birthday sitting in a stash I had stamped and embossed a bunch of happy birthdays at one point, and this was still sitting around, so I threw that on this card. This one, I don't have the die with me, but it's from a Tim Holtz word die set from Sizzix, a Thinlit set, and I did add some glossy accents to that. So it's kind of cool if I erased. Again, I wish I had done that before I applied the words, because I tried to do it on the card and it got a little bit messy, but that's okay. And then my last card, I just used this little, I just had some papers sitting around, and I ended up using this little triplets die to cut out a little onesie. I may add something else here, just to maybe the baby die, just to kind of break up that pattern. It's a little bit busy too. But I just, I think this is so cute, and I thought it would make like a really cute little baby card. So, which I love making, you know, I love to make them, and I have a lot of them sitting around, so I need to get these sent out, and or find someone who can use them, because I can't use all the ones I like to make. They're just so adorable. But anyway, so those are my cards that I created. I will link down to Call Me Crafty Al, to Alicia's channel. And next I'm going to be kind of playing around, and I'm working on some ideas for how to use the scraps now that I have laying around. Some of these are big sheets, but they're just ones I didn't end up using specifically on these cards. But I'm going to be working on some different ideas for using up my scraps and how I like to, I think given all of these right now, I'd like to just try to use them up, and I have a lot of scraps. I'm trying to do some cleaning up around here, and so I'd like to power through those. I've got some, you know, half-finished cards laying around and some other things, and I'm feeling inspired to do some scrap busting, and also gives me a chance to play with things that I honestly have that I have never used. So it's just a way for me to be creating and maybe challenge myself a little bit. So hopefully be back with some cards to share from that. But thanks for stopping by. Bye.